Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and I'm in the middle of working on July Junk Journal Challenge 2025, hosted by Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. Her channel will be linked below. I was in the middle of recording a video, and here I am in the middle of this process of showing you something, and my computer software crashed again. So I'm trying to sort that out, and hopefully you're able to see this, but I was showing you how to make this quick and easy no-sew journal. All right, so back to the beginning. So I took a paper bag. The part while it was still folded, I cut that off. So that whole little piece here is now a little pocket to store ephemera, trash, or whatever while you're working. And then the other side where it's gusseted, I cut. So I have a little flap there, and I have a little flap here on the other side. So this side was also gusseted. I glued it together. I then mitered and made like a little tab. So we're just making a little tab hinge. I got 6 pieces of paper folded in half because this is a 23-day challenge because we're only doing this on the weekdays here in July. So 6 times 4 is 24. So we'll have maybe a title page or maybe an ending page. Or maybe somewhere there will be a double spread. Who knows? So I took my pages, I laid them out. I took my craft knife and I kind of cut down the center. And I did have to trim this a little more because you do want it to be able to fit through that slit that you make. All right, so then how do you keep it? This is where we were at and the computer software crashed. Okay, so then how do you keep the papers from coming off? There's several options. Now, I could take this paper out and, add something here that's glued to that, like an envelope. Or you can just, and this is probably what I'm going to do, just glue this down. So that's an option as well. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. You could, if you didn't quite, like if you glued just here on the edge and left like a little opening here, well, you don't even have to do that. If you don't glue at all, you can slide like some cardstock in here, like almost like a bookmark, and it'll keep the papers from coming out. I hope that makes sense. And that's a great idea when you're making a journal and you're not finished and maybe you want to take the pages out, is to have, it not glued and just, something that's as wide as this. This is obviously not wide enough to fit in there to keep the papers from sliding off. And then at the end, if you want to take that out, and then you can glue it at the end. That's your choice. So several options there, but this is just a like hinged binding, I guess. But I think I'm just going to glue mine down, and it'll be part of that page there. Maybe that page. Let's see. I did cut it, and then I had to trim this some more and this some more, and cut open the slits a little bit more from my original attempt. I don't know. I think I'm going to go. What am I going to do? I think I might put something over it instead of gluing it. It'll just be a little extra, like an envelope. Let me go get one. Are you ready? All right, guys. I thought about it. I took out one of my pages here, that graph paper. So now I have 5 papers, so that's 20 days. But I remember I need 23. I'm going to trim the envelope down here just a little bit, slide it on there, so it'll glue on there. And that'll be, hinged there. So we can decorate one side and the other, so that's 22. But if I use this flap and use it for a fold out, that could be page 23. All right, so now I got to get that on there. And I want to measure how far I need to cut. Or do I want to deconstruct this just a little bit so I can glue it? I'm not going to really put anything in the envelope, I don't think. Of course, you're going to do that. I'm the best at doing this. Not. Okay, so let me mark that. It's about even. I need it to go to there and to there. Now I'm just going to use scissors and just cut a sliver off. Okay, so I should then be able to do this, and then we're going to put it back together. But we are going to glue this to the inside. Let's glue it to this. I think it folds better that way. Glue it on that side. So you could still stick something in here if you wanted to. All right, then we're going to glue this back. Is that right? Nope. Oh, it's on the inside. Let's glue this part. Follow me for more tips. All right, here we go. And now everything else is secure in the journal. Okay, so let's move to day 1. The prompt is torn edges. And I've already got a piece of scrap here from my live from yesterday, where I did my Emmas for Mondays for the month of June. Did a mashup. That's a piece of Carrot Brandon. Where are the rest of my papers from yesterday? I have some of this. But I also have a huge bag of scraps that really is never ending in it. Let's find some bits. Oh, look, there's a bike. Let's see what goes with orange. I do kind of get bothered when stuff doesn't kind of match color-wise. That looks like it might go. That's got a torn edge. And so we're going to start here on that page. So I don't even know if I need this white paper because I won't show. But I do have some paper bag. More jelly print. Let's see. Looking for things with torn edges. There's some book page. Piece of jelly print. Let's see my bag I'm digging through. There's some more jelly print. There's check. piece. Different craft paper. I do have this animal print. Yeah, let's find a few more pieces. We have this piece of tissue paper and a small piece of vellum. Okay. So I'm going to collage this. Now this part I'm going to speed up, put a little music to, because I'm going to listen to some music because that motivates me to just kind of randomly put stuff. If I'm talking about it, I think about it too much. Okay, so sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. Alright guys, so there's my page for today. Oops, put the needle back in the bottle. I did add a quote and I added a flower because that text was just, there was just too much of it showing. But it says, "We are torn between the craving to know and the despair of having known." Francois Sagan. So yeah, I used up some scrappy bits, and everything was either on my desk or in this bag except for the flower. But I mean, it was still on my desk. Just wasn't in my scraps. And I think what I'm going to do, I have put my leftover scraps I didn't use in this cut off part of the bag, and I think I'll save those and we'll use those at the end to decorate. Or maybe, yeah, because I may use them on other pages. So whatever's left, we'll use to collage on the outside of the cover. All right, guys, so I hope you choose to join in with July Junk Journal Challenge, once again hosted by Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. and use the hashtag JJJC2025. And it's 23 days. And do all the days, or you can do some of the days. And you can do whatever form you want to do it in. It's just a prompt. That's all it is. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you and your time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.